Hello again, students. This is Miss Lechuga, and today we are going to be problem solving subtraction problems. Our I can statement for today is, I can draw a diagram to help me solve a subtraction problem. The kind of diagrams that we're going to be using are our part whole diagrams that we also used when we were solving addition problems. Let's do our first problem together. Jane and her mom made 33 puppets for the craft fair. They sold 14 puppets. How many puppets do they still have? Now, before I even do anything, Miguel is going to ask himself some questions because Miguel wants to solve this problem. And look at his face. He's going to ask himself something. The first thing that he needs to ask himself is, what do I need to find? The second question Miguel is going to ask himself is, what information do I need to use? So what do you need to find? What is the problem even asking? And what information do you need to use? Sometimes they will give you information that you don't even use. So let's go ahead and find out. Let's read our problem. So what do we need to find? Well, what I need to find is, how many puppets do they still have? That's what I need to find out. And what information do I already have? Or what information do I need to use? Well, I know that she made 33 puppets. And I know that they sold 14 puppets. So there's two pieces of information that I have here already. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if we know what our number sentence is going to be. So my number sentence is, well, we know that we started off with 33 puppets. And we know that Jane and her mom sold them. So when you sell something, that means that you have less, right? So you're going to subtract 14. And that's going to give you your answer. Now, you see here, we have the diagram, right? So what are we going to do with that diagram? So if you can see, there are two boxes, and then there is a black line holding those two green boxes together. So that means that this is one part, another part, and this is my whole. So now, how am I going to figure out which is my whole and which are my parts? How do I know what goes in which box? So this is what a lot of students sometimes get confused with. Like, they know what to do, but they don't know what goes in the boxes. Because sometimes it can get confusing to see, well, what's the whole, Ms. Lechuga? What's the part, right? Okay, so 33 is the total puppets that they have. So that's my whole. And my whole goes right here. 33. So 33 has two parts. One of them is the puppets that they sold, and the other one is the puppets that they have not sold. So one of them is 14, and the ones that they have not sold, that is our question. That is my box or my question mark. Okay? So now that we have our diagram done, now that we have our number sentence, now we can go ahead and subtract. Okay, so I'm going to use my poem. I'm going to rewrite it first. I like to subtract writing one number on top of the other because that way I can see which are the ones and which are the tens. Okay, so remember our poem. More on top, no need to stop. More on the floor, go next door and get 10 more. So there is more on the floor. I cannot take away 4 from 3. So I'm going to go to this nice neighbor here and ask him for a 10. I'm going to have to regroup. So this 3 asks the neighbor, hey 3, can I please have a 10? And this 3 is so nice and gives them a 10. So 10 plus 3 is equal to 13. And this 3 is no longer 3 tens. It is now 2 tens. Okay? So 13 minus 4 is equal to 9. And 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So how many puppets did they still have? 19 puppets. So here, 14, the other part is 19. 14 plus 19 is equal to 33. And 33 minus 14 is equal to 19. Awesome. Let's do one more together. Okay. The next one. Carlette had a box of 46 craft sticks. She used 28 craft sticks to make a sailboat. How many craft sticks were not used? So Baby Yoda is going to help us with this question. Baby Yoda, what are the questions that you're going to ask yourself? First of all, what do I need to find? Number 2, what information do I need to use? Let's see, Baby Yoda. What do we need to find? We need to find how many craft sticks were not used. That's what we need to find. And the piece of information that I'm going to use is 46 craft sticks and 28 craft sticks. Okay, so Carlette had a box of 46 craft sticks. Is that 46? Is that a part or a whole? I think that's a whole. And the reason that I think it's a whole is because that's the total that she has. She has 46 craft sticks. So my total is going to go here. Okay? Now we need to find what 2 parts make up the 46. So my other piece of information is the 28. So I know that one of my parts is 28. Okay, so 28 is how many she used. This right here is going to be how many she did not use. So what's going to be my number sentence? I'm going to get my whole, which is 46, and I'm going to subtract one of the parts. 46 minus 28 is equal to question mark or box. Okay? Now that I have my number sentence, I can rewrite it. 46 minus 28. And I can solve. And I'm going to let you guys do that on your own. So you can pause your video and you can solve 46 minus 28. Next one. Rob's class made 31 clay bowls. Sarah's class made 15 clay bowls. How many more clay bowls did Rob's class make than Sarah's class? So here is Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman is going to help us solve this problem. Wonder Woman, what questions do you need to ask yourself? The first question is, what do I need to find? And the second question is, what information do I need to use? Thank you, Wonder Woman. Okay, so Rob's class made 31 clay bowls. Sarah's class made 15. How many more clay bowls did Rob's class make than Sarah's class? So what do I need to find? Oh, I need to find how many more clay bowls did Rob's class make than Sarah's class. Let me tell you a little secret. Some kids, when they see how many more, they're like, that's gotta be addition, because they see how many more. But it is not addition. It doesn't say how many, it says how many more, which means that one has more than the other, okay? So this is a subtraction problem. When you see how many more, that means you're gonna subtract, okay? So which is my part and which is my whole? Rob's class made 31 clay bowls. That's my whole, because that's how many they made. So, wait a minute, this diagram looks different than the other. In the other diagram, the part was down, the whole was down here, and the parts were up here. And now in this diagram, the whole is up here, and the parts are... GoMath, you are trying to confuse us, but you know what? We're not going to let GoMath confuse us. because I know that the bigger box, you see this bigger box is made up of part and part. Good try, Think Central. You did not trick me. So my whole is 31, so it's going to go right here, 31. So that's my first piece of information that I know I'm going to use. Okay, my second piece of information is that Sarah's class made 15. So I know that's one of my parts. Good, and now this is what I need to solve for. What is my number sentence? 31 minus, so I get the whole and I take away one of the parts to solve for the other part. So 31 minus 15 is equal to question mark. Now that you have your number sentence, you can go ahead, rewrite 31 minus 15, and go ahead and solve. All right, boys and girls, I hope that you found this lesson helpful. I am going to have a Google quiz for you, and I'm going to ask you a couple of questions to see if you were paying attention. And if you get them correct, you're going to get a special prize. Have a good day, and if you have any questions, remember to ask your teachers. Bye! See you soon!